Now, there's no doubt about it that by far one of the most anticipated Star Wars TV shows of 2023 is indeed the Ahsoka Tano TV show starring actress Rosario Dawson. That's really about to really give us some of the fan favorite characters out there like Grand Admiral Thrawn, Ezra Bridger, Sabine Wren, Era Syndulla, and a lot of other animated characters coming to life once more. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, as you all know, Star Wars is an ever-evolving franchise. We have FAVREAU and Filoni as well as Lucas getting engaged with all of the upcoming projects in the roadmap that's going to be announced at Celebration and D23 of next year, and then everything related to the other announcements, either film related or comics and books, are going to be scattered throughout all of next year of 2023. Now that brings us to exactly what's been going on with the latest example of Kathleen Kennedy really kind of causing more issues for Disney executives for one of the newest Star Wars projects, which by the way has been in the works for well over a year now if you want to count early development phase and all those different things. So we already know that Kathleen Kennedy over the years has caused a lot of problems, not just with the sequels, but also, of course, let's not forget about with the most recent projects, the Book of Boba Fett and the Kenobi TV show. Now, given that those two shows were basically the late iterations of what was supposed to be either a movie or a trilogy, however, alright, let's dive into what's really going on here behind the scenes. Now, with Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy very much involved with shows like The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, FAVREAU and Filoni have been leading most of the new and upcoming shows to turn things around for the Star Wars community. However, it's noted that as of right now, Kathleen Kennedy is said to be in a rough spot with Disney executives, where she is looking to step down from and leave a specific Star Wars project. Now, it's noted that as of right now, Kathleen Kennedy is looking to step down from the Acolyte series after they finish filming and wants nothing to do with the project once it goes into post-production. A lot of this has to do with the daily stress that Kennedy is having to deal with the upcoming Star Wars installment that has caused her so much trouble by costing Disney so much money with rewrites and hiring new creatives for the show. Now, they are aiming to complete filming sometime in 2023 before the summer, and that once filming comes to an end, Kennedy is set to walk away from her biggest Star Wars project that she has worked on, since she is aware that post-project, of course, is going to be the toughest partition of the series. Now, let me just stop right here for a second. Now, we already know that Disney executives have a full-fledged plan to get Kathleen Kennedy out of Lucasfilm. They already are looking at Jerry Bruckheimer to take over as the new Lucasfilm president. They already have a lot of other candidates in case that goes sour. This could very well be Kathleen Kennedy's response to leave early before Disney gets to her beforehand. Now, it could very well be that, or it could be something completely different. Now, obviously, The Acolyte has not been a smooth production. In fact, it has probably been one of the toughest productions under Lucasfilm because of all the things that they've had to deal with. Everything ranging from, Leslie Headland having to do so many rewrites, to Kathleen Kennedy firing many directors and co-writers, and also Disney executives limiting the budget and then kind of drastically reducing the budget and giving Kathleen Kennedy all these different ultimatums. Now, that brings us to where The Acolyte stands. Now, a lot of fans actually believe that The Acolyte may never see the light of day. Now, as of this moment right now, it's looking more likely to be released because they're already doing preliminary filming. They're going to begin doing the major filming by December 1, and once they begin the major filming, we're talking about the filming stages where it involves all of the main cast, right? All of the main characters, actors, and or actresses. And once that starts up, it's pretty much a guarantee that the show is going to come out. But will it be delayed drastically is the biggest question of all. That could very well happen too. Now, it's not the first time that we have seen a TV show go into actual production and then later get canceled. That has happened before, quite a number of times before in the industry, but not really under Lucasfilm per se. So, looking to where we are now, there's a lot of things happening. However, alright, it took Lucasfilm roughly 7 whole months to get filming started due to delays and ongoing conflicts caused by Kathleen Kennedy, and she is very well aware that it will only be more difficult once they begin editing the show. Kennedy is doing this to primarily and eventually focus on Skeleton Crew and its marketing run to make that her most successful Star Wars show since she has been with Lucasfilm. Now, in addition, Leslie Headland would then be calling the shots, of course, more for the Acolyte and how it will be done, and it will be given, of course, that she will be getting producer privileges for the show since she is also already a producer in the film and TV industry. So, basically that's what's going to happen here, is that Leslie Headland is going to eventually get that producer privilege, right? She's going to be able to call the shots more so than if Kathleen Kennedy were to have stayed. Now, apparently this is all, like I said before, to focus more so on the promotion of Skeleton Crew, the post-production of Skeleton Crew, and a whole lot more related to that. So it's looking more and more likely that Skeleton Crew might not be coming out until the fall of next year. That's looking very likely at this point. As of this moment, it's looking like Ahsoka will be a spring/summer release as initially aimed, and then after that, Skeleton Crew. That's pretty much the game plan from what it seems. Now, the thing about this whole situation of Kathleen Kennedy getting ready to leave the Acolyte once filming ends sometime next year, like I say, they want to get it done before the summer. That could be April, that could be May. And they're aiming for, of course, to make it well before June. So I would have to say that it sounds more realistic that they would end filming around May. You know, given they're doing preliminary stuff right now and they're going to be doing the main stuff in December. You know, December, January, February, March, that's 4 whole months of filming. That's more than enough time. So overall, you know, where we stand right now, John and Dave are doing their best work, and I think their work is going to outperform Skeleton Crew and the Acolyte hands down. There's no doubt about that. When you look at someone like Kathleen Kennedy, however, she is the one individual that doesn't necessarily care about lore, and she herself even admitted that these 2 shows are all about detaching from the burden of the vision of George Lucas. So you're not going to have those George Lucas-esque tones in these shows. You're not going to have that, and I think that's going to be the one bad thing about Kathleen Kennedy's approach to these 2 new Star Wars TV series. I think it's going to be a very big mistake on her end. I think a lot of fans are going to turn away or not be as engaged. Again, I understand that it doesn't always have to be about George Lucas like every second, but you need that Star Wars-y feel, right, to remain intact. You just need that. You have to have that. So, overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.